Hey, what's up, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with this time a monthly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from last month and a few trades from this month. So without further ado, let's go. All right, guys. So I'm back. I know you guys are probably wondering, hey, where's this guy been, man? You know, what's up with all the weekly recaps and all those videos? Well, first of all, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of details, and you have to gather all the information and everything. It takes a lot of time to make weekly recaps. And then what I basically decided last month that instead of doing weekly recap videos, I'll just do one video a month, which is the monthly recap that'll encompass a lot of the trades from that previous month and a little bit of trades from the current month, and then just give it to you guys, right? And that way, I have more information to talk about and all of that. So if you go back and look at my YouTube channel and look at the videos that we have on the website, it's always been weekly recaps, and it's just a lot of videos, a lot of time and all of that. So right now I'm just going to be focusing on monthly recaps going forward. So this is the first of many. All right. So just to start off, we're going to take a look at the SPY. I always like starting out with the SPY. So right now, where are we? We're right here around 434. I mean, it kind of looked like it was choppy around here because, I think we're due for some type of pullback. So right here was when I thought the pullback would happen, but then it came back again, reclaimed, and now it looks like it's going higher. I mean, obviously, I believe that by the end of the year we're gonna be way much higher. I'm not even gonna rule out possibility of us being around this like 470, 480 level by the end of the year. So just something to keep an eye on. I had these stocks that I was watching for swing trades, but the problem is, most of the let me take this. Most of the stocks just they just didn't really form, so I left them alone. But the one that did really well was GameStop. So GameStop broke out of this level, and it was just phenomenal. So, but I'm not swinging any stocks right now. So let me take this off here. I need to remove these stocks, and when I see some good stocks, I'll just add them there. All right, so we're gonna touch on stocks from last month. Okay, so in June, around like the early parts of June, we didn't really have a whole lot of stocks. It was mostly the same stocks like AMC. It was pretty much AMC. AMC was like the stock everybody focused on, and then every now and then you'll have one or two stocks pop up, but it was mostly just AMC. That's the stock everybody just focused on for the month of June. That was like the flavor of the month. So with AMC, I mean, I traded AMC a few times. I don't even know where to start. Like AMC was just every day you had a play. Let me see if I can go into 5 minutes. Let's see here. If you go all the way back, AMC was always a play. So what happened with AMC? One thing to note on AMC is it always reverses. A lot of times the stock will open up and it'll reverse within the first 15 minutes. So like if the stock is popping up, boom, it reverses. A lot of times it'll reverse like after the first 10 minutes or something like that. So that was, just knowing that type of setup was pretty good for taking a reversal trade. I know people that'll short the stock when the stock opens up and starts to rip up. They short the front side, and they hope for the stock to reverse, and it does that every time. Majority of the time it'll do that, right? You get this drop right there, and then boom, reverse, right? Now there are times when it won't work, so just don't think that this thing is just going to keep happening the same way. You know, we just short the open pop and get a reversal, or long the open and dip and get a reversal. It doesn't always work, but that's what people were doing. So, and one thing I like with AMC, I don't really trade AMC as much. That's not really my wheelhouse. For one, the stock is, it's above my price range, and also the institutional ownership on the stock is really high. So, the way I normally trade AMC is I kind of wait for it to dip towards like support levels, and I look to long get on the reclaim. So, this was a perfect example right here, right? Got the breakout right there. Boom. Oh, come on. Retest, long it, right? And then AMC is one of those stocks that always usually holds its levels. It holds its resistance and support level. Okay, you got one right there, right? Same thing right here, right? Take a look, right? Got the breakdown, boom, reclaim, long, right? Same thing, reclaim, long. And, that was, I think I traded, when was the day that I traded AMC? I traded AMC at the beginning of the month. I think it was right here. And I made some pretty decent money on it. It was just basically, the washout, into the previous support. And, previous resistance, and got long. I think on the 3rd, it was today. It was the 3rd. That was the day that I actually traded it. So AMC was pretty good. It was pretty good. And then you have people that'll just basically take the reversal trade. So after the stock pops up, they short it and then wait for the reversal, right? And same thing, right? Pop up, short, wait for reversal. So, it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work, but, it works a lot. It works a whole lot. Right here, you got the fade right there, reversal, right? Pop, reverse. So just a little trick for you guys to take a look at on AMC. Okay? Pop up, short it. After the first 10, 15 minutes, you get a reversal, right? So today it didn't really do much. It didn't really do much, but there are people that trade that type of strategy. So if you're going to trade that, just be really quick with your stop out. If it looks like it's not working out, just get out, right? And then a lot of times what they will do is, the stock will open, it washes out and stuff, and then they start getting ready for that reversal trade. So what they do is, if it washes out, they long, and then they add, and then they hope to God that it reverses, right? Same thing, but there are times when it doesn't work, right? Look right here, right? If you did that same thing, you got the washout, long, and then continue lower, and you're looking to add, and you just got smoked right there. So, but AMC is one of those stocks that loves it, like it respects its support and resistance levels. So right now, there's no trade on AMC. Just looking at the daily right now, there's no trade. So ideally with AMC, where I start looking at the stock again is if it gets back above $60. So I want to see AMC get back above 60, and then I start looking at it. Right now, not so much. It's still in a downtrend, and even if you were trying to long right there, I could continue lower. So AMC, that was a stock to watch, okay? And just keep it on watch. I don't think anything is going to happen this month, but possibly August, September, we could have trades like this and coming back. Okay, so another stock we had was ALF. So ALF was oh my God, ALF was a good trader. Made decent money on it. So let's see if we can go back 30 days. So ALF was I traded ALF on the 22nd of last month. So ALF is one of those stocks. It's kind of like AMC in the sense that it holds its support and resistance levels. So a lot of times when the stock breaks out of a key level, it comes back to retest it and hold. So like right here on the 22nd, I traded ALF. You got the pop, got shorted, came back, held its support, boom, right, and ripped higher. So a lot of times when the stock has a lot of volume and it's getting squeezed, because I think ALF has a high short interest. Let me check right there on FinViz. It's not showing me the short interest, but I think ALF is one of those stocks with high short interest. So that was a stock that keeps holding its breakout levels, right? you can easily get a pullback. Like when the stock rips, just look to long it on like a support level. So, I mean, this was one support right there. It's a breakout on support. Try to long it on a retest of support. That's the easiest, cleanest way to trade it. And then right now, it's kind of in chop mode. Okay. ALF is kind of chopping around right now, but just keep it on watch. If it breaks this $18 level, let me take this off. If ALF can come back and break 18, oh my God, that'll be big because we're going to have multiple opportunities to trade it to about 22, 23. Let's see. I'm getting news that SGOC is halted right now. Good God. What is that? Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting news that SGOC is halted. That's a stock to keep on watch. But it's got no news. It's just a halt. It's got no news. So something to keep on watch there for later on. All right. So another stock we had was NEGG. NEGG was a monster. It was a monster. So NEGG was a stock that started ripping right here on the 7th, right? And this stock, this stock has low float. It's got really low float. And also, a lot of people were shorting this stock. It broke out of this daily level right here, right? Whenever you see a stock consolidating like this, well, first thing you have to look at is the daily level, right? Just make sure there's no overhead resistance. When it breaks out, it broke out right here, came back to retest that breakout. Always look for the retest. And then bam, you got the monster move, right? So if you look right here on the 7th, this was when this thing just went crazy. So I didn't even think it was going to do much at the open because I had it on watch because right here there was no volume. But I was looking at this breakout level, right? So when it broke out of this 29.80, which is close to that $30 level, I started watching it like, okay, let's see, what could happen with the stock. And this thing just went nuts. There are people out there that were shorting this front side move, which is crazy. You never want to short front side. You never, ever, ever want to short front side unless the stock has like critical resistance, like resistance levels that are coming up right there, and you can short into those resistance levels. But then even then, you want to make sure that you have an exit plan, right? You want to be able to get out if the stock is not, if it's really strong. You just cover and get out. But you had people shorting this stock on the front side move, and they were blowing up. They literally blew up their accounts shorting this front side move. There was one guy in particular that kept shorting from this $30 range. He shorted all the way up to 60. The guy was down close to 70,000, and when the stock halted going down, he ended up the day up 8,000. So literally, you were risking $70,000 just to be up 8,000. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of people that are trading that way try to follow that type of strategy to end up blowing up. Don't do that. Don't short front side. Best thing to do is just wait for like the backside move, series of lower highs, and then you can short into that, risking a clear resistance level to cover. But you guys know I'm more of a long bias trader, so I'm looking for washes into previous breakout levels. So in this case right here, I mean, this is not a major breakout level, but you could have gotten this this long right here. When it washed out right there, it starts to hold, get long right there, 38, get the rip, right? So that's a cleaner, more safe way of trading the stock. Or if the stock reopens and you get a washout into the previous halt area, like right here, you get a wash into this area. When it starts popping up, you get long, boom, squeeze. Cleaner area, right? If a stock is ripping up, you don't want to long like this because it could literally just halt and then reopen lower or something, right? Or just halts. In this case, like right here, it halted, reopened, get a quick pop before you can even get out, and then bang, all the way down, halts, reopen lower. So you don't want to do that. But this stock was a monster. I made some money over there. Now, another thing you could do, and I talk about this in the room, is there's a certain strategy that we teach that involves the moving averages. So you might want to be able to you might want to watch the video lessons and webinars we have in our room, and you could have traded NEGG using that strategy and made money. Okay, you could have made money with very low risk, high reward trades, right? Which involves buying dips, right? Buying dips, low risk, high reward, right? So that's the best way to trade it. Or another way you could trade it is if it breaks out of the breakout level, wait for a retest. In this case, like right here, got the retest when it's popping up, you get long, boom. Okay. So NEGG was a monster. NEGG, as far as today, the stock popped up right here. It broke out of pre-market levels and it popped up. But I didn't really like NEGG because it's still within the context of those, these bag holders right here from this day. They're just going to be bag holding the stock, and if the stock starts popping up, they're going to try to get out. Think about somebody that's been holding this stock from like the 70s, right? He's just holding this stock. He's taking a huge loss. The stock is at 45, right? He's like, gosh, okay, you know what? I'm down, I don't know, 15,000. If this thing gets back up to, if this stock manages to get back up to 50s, then maybe I'll just be down only 5,000. So if it gets back up to 50s, I'm just gonna take my profit. I'm just gonna cut the loss short and get out, right? And that's what's happening right here. So I just chose not to long it. All right, so we got NEGG, right? And then we had, as far as today, we had CARV. CARV is a monster yesterday. So CARV, pretty much the same thing as NEGG, right? Same type of setup, right? You got this breakout of the whole daily levels, and you've got this crazy rip, right? You got people out there trying to short this front side move. Don't do that. Don't short the front side move. Wait for the backside if you want to short it, or if you're going to short it, wait for key levels to short into, right? But in this case, I think CARV was actually all-time high. So there's no key level to short into, right? There's no key level. So you want to wait for the backside to take it. But same strategy we teach in the room. And if you watch the webinars and video lessons, we talk about the same strategy. So same thing right there, right? Reclaim and got the reclaims on the moving averages, or just buy it on the retest of breakout levels, right? So buy it right there, retest off the halt, get long. Guys, this SGOC is going crazy. People are asking me if I'm going to get on the mic. 1 second. I want to let them know that I'm actually recording the recap. So yeah, this SGOC right now is halted going down. Let's make sure here. Wow, it's got a lot of room though. So this is the stock to watch for like power hour or something. It's got some room to run, so I'll be watching it for power hour. Just keep that on watch. All right, so where was I? So we talked about CARV, right? So today CARV was just ripping up, and broke the previous day's highs and started going up. Now the thing with CARV, when it broke this high here, I was actually hoping that the stock will come back, retest this high, this breakout level right here, and retest it, hold, and we can get a further move to the upside. But it didn't do that. Broke the highs and then just whoosh straight down. No, it never held this area. So I don't know. CARV is a stock that I'm going to be keeping it on watch sometime next week. Hopefully we get a continuation. Or I might actually watch it for power hour. If we get back above 40, if we can get back above the 40s and hold, then we could get a nice move to the upside. Okay, so CARV is a big mover. That's a stock that was a monster this last 2 days. We've got crazy opportunities to trade it. Once it broke out of that level right there, it just went nuts. So guys, you always want to watch breakout levels, right? Look for breakout levels. Hopefully the stock can come back and reclaim those levels and do something crazy. So let's see. I traded it on the 8th right there. I was getting long on the washouts on the stock right there. I was long in the washout, and consolidation after halt. I got in right here for a nice move to the upside. Now I ended up taking a huge loss. Well, I ended up giving back a lot of profit just trying to trade these the bounces. So the stock just kept going down, and I had levels to watch for a bounce, but it just never held those levels. It just kept going all the way down. So what I did was I basically longed the first one, added the third time. It didn't work. So I only long into support levels. If I'm trading a stock for a bounce on a backside, I'm usually just longing into support levels. Other than that, I don't. I'm not even touching it. So right now it's popping back up. I'm gonna keep this on watch. Ideally, we got to move up to 40. If we don't get a move up to 40, probably just gonna leave it alone, and then focus on SGOC for a power hour move. Okay. So CARV, one to keep on watch. The way to trade this is just wait for the stock to get back above this 40 area. When it gets back above 40 and starts to hold 40, that means the people that were short this thing right here, or the low slammers right here, they're getting nervous, right? They're getting nervous. A lot of times, the people that short this front side move, or try to short the backside, they use higher day as their risk right there. They try to cover right there higher day, right? So if the stock reclaims this 40, they're going to start getting nervous. So what they're going to do is they're going to cover half of their position just in case the stock rips and breaks the higher day. So you want to play into that, right? It's all about psychology. You're watching and you're thinking, okay, where are the shorters going to feel the most pain, or where are they going to start feeling some type of pain, right? It's typically when a stock reclaims the levels that they were, they shorted into. They start getting nervous around here, and then boom, when it breaks this 42.50 and just starts to go to like 45, they start feeling the pain. So you want to start buying around this level because this is clear skies, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, that's all-time high. It's clear skies, so they're gonna start feeling the pain and covering. And the stock Carve has half a million floats. That's crazy. The short interest is about 40%. Good God, that's crazy. So you don't want to be shorting that. You don't want to short that. All right. So what else do we have today? We had a RSLS the stock that I'm watching. I'm watching this thing above the 620. It consolidated here. It's consolidating here and then selling off. But if it comes back to get above that 620 area, I'm going to be going long. We talk about this reclaim strategies in our in the webinars and video lessons. Watch it. You'll be able to see the areas to get long on RSLS. GALT was a stock that gapped up. They got news on. I think they got like a trial news, but I just didn't like I didn't like the fact that the stock had a lot of dilution. So knowing that the stock had dilution, my game plan was to try to short this thing. But when the market opened and CARV started ripping, I just forgot about GALT. And that's one of the dilemma when you have a stock that's ripping, that's got a lot of volume. Basically, that means a lot of traders are watching it, and it sucks out all the action from some of these other stocks because people are just focused on the shiny object, the one with the most volume and most momentum. Okay, and then we got MRIN. MRIN was a stock that it's been a ripper this past month. I've traded MRIN a bunch of times, a whole lot of times, and made some decent profits on it. So the way you trade a stock like MRIN is pretty much the same way you trade these stocks, right? There's basically a method to trading them, right? You don't want to just be buying breakouts, right? Sometimes you wait for the breakout and then a retest, right? In this case, it's right here. See that? It's a nice little retest, and then it held, and then boom, right? So you want to wait for the breakout and then a retest to go long. On this day right here on the 6th, I actually traded MRIN in pre-market, and I got long when it broke out at this level and retested it. It broke out, retested it, and when it started holding, I got long right there and scalped it. Okay, so that's one way to trade it. And then also using the strategies that we teach in the video lessons. The video lessons and webinars, there's certain strategies that we teach that you can use to go long and you can use to go short as well, right? Just minimizing your risk at the same time. So breakout, retest, held, long. Perfect. So going forward, I'm just going to keep an eye on MRIN. I don't like these wicks. These are wicks. I don't like it. What you want to see is like a solid type of candle and a wide body and a close to the highs, right? That's what you want to see. You don't want to see stuff like this. Wick, pop, wick, long tail. No, you don't want to see that. So, stuff like MRIN, I probably would like to see this get above 25. just to be on the safe side. Let it get above 25, or maybe if we get a close like this or like this, where it's like a wide body and a close close to the highs, then I'll be looking to go long. That would be like our cue to start getting in. Okay, so that's pretty much it. LMFA, that's a short. LMFA was a stock that faked out a lot of people. There's a lot of manipulation on yesterday. So what happened was the stock will rip, short sellers will pile in, okay, and it'll tank and then turn around out of nowhere when it looks like it's fading, just in one candle, just rip and get halted. It kept doing that, right? So whenever you see a stock do that, where it's like it'll rip up, right, tank, chop around, look like it's about to fade, and then turn around like in one candle, just from lows to the high of day. That's manipulation. Look at this, right? From 6 all the way up to 7 in one minute candle. Same thing right here, right? You got this. Short sellers are piling in, right? Oh, it broke 650, $0.50, short it, right? It falls for like 10 cents, and then in one candle from 650 to 780. So the people that were short right here at 7 or short right here at 650, they just got smoked in one candle. Right, so this is manipulation. You don't want to see this type of action. You look at all these wicks, that's manipulation. So it's not good for the shorts, not good for the longs, right? So on today, I actually located shares, and I was looking to short this thing, and I think I shorted it right here around that 560s, 570, and then I shorted right here. It came down a bit, and then boom, reclaim in one candle. So when I saw this, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to leave this alone. I'm not even going to mess with it. It's the same crap that you're getting right here. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll rather focus on CARV. There's, easier, stress-free type of trade. So that was that on NEGG. So, that's pretty much it. Going forward, for today, I'm going to be watching SQBG for Power Hour, watching CARV, obviously, and then watching SGOC for Power Hour as well. Hopefully get a nice little reclaim and a move to the upside. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. And then maybe RSLS, a break over 620. Okay, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this monthly recap. The last month we've actually had a little bit of momentum, but July, the last few days, was when the momentum's kind of kicked in to full gear. So hopefully we continue next week. I mean, historically the summer is kind of slow, but last year was a monster, and it started like this, right? We had a monster, June, like the middle to the end of June, and then July was crazy. So hopefully it's a repeat of last year. Hopefully, we get crazy moves in July, and then, August slows down, September slows down, and then picks up in October, November, December. So fingers crossed, hoping we can all bank. Guys, check us out, Market Omega Trades. We've got multiple partnerships in the works. We've got a lot of things in the works. We actually have webinars. We're cranking out webinars every single month, okay? Sometimes twice a month. And I mean, I don't know any other room that's doing that. We've got a plethora of different webinars and video lessons that you can watch. We've got webinars on SEC filings. We've got different webinars. And speaking of SEC filings, we actually have one of our partners, Flash SEC. They're going to be sending a representative to our room that's going to be there, and can answer questions and all of that kind of stuff. So, if you're having an issue with understanding the filings, you can just hit up the representative and he'll help you out, man. Filings are really important. They're important. So, and also there is you can get a you can get a reduction in your monthly fee if you actually use the coupon code that we have on our in our chat. So, and we also have another webinar that's coming out. There's a guy, he goes by Ace of Spades, and he's going to be talking about his trading journey, how long he's been trading, how long it took before he got successful, what were the ups, what were the downs, what worked, what didn't, his entire trading methodology. And he's going to be having it August 1st, so just make sure you mark your calendars. The guy's a heck of a trader. His name is Ace of Spade. Great guy. He's in our room, and, great individual. So you get to watch his webinar and pick his brain, ask him questions and stuff like that. So, yeah, marketomegatrades.com. Link is in the description. And also follow me on Twitter at marketomega. Okay, I post everything from stocks to cryptocurrencies, sports, and just life in general. And then you can, obviously subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just type in Market Omega, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right, guys, catch you in chat. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself and your family, and I'll see you guys next month for another monthly recap. Take care.